Hi, this is Natural Health Radio. This is Dr. Teresa Dale with Natural Health Radio, bringing you Natural Health Radio to Facebook Live. Isn't that terrific that we can do that in this day and age, and that I have some amazing information for you today on how to balance your hormones without using HRT. So maybe I said that too fast. We'll go over it again. So how to keep your hormones balanced without using HRT, whether you're a man or a woman. Okay, so welcome to Natural Health Radio. This is your health freedom news for sure. And we want you to have the latest documented information, tested information, accurate information, and that's what we are going to do right now. So just get a good seat, line up, and I wish that I could take your questions. You can always email me if you have a question. But I'm so excited to be with you today on Natural Health Radio. And one of the things about hormones and is deciding what to do when it seems like you're having symptoms or you don't know if you're having symptoms of hormone imbalance. Okay, so one of the things you definitely want to do is do a saliva test to find out if your hormones are balanced or not. And that's why I created the 5-element saliva test. And those of you who are looking to find out the truth about your hormones, you need to do a saliva test. And this is why it tests the free unbound hormones. So it tests all the hormones that are available and that are unbound in your saliva. Whereas blood testing is inaccurate, not accurate for testing hormones because you're testing the bound hormones. They're bound by protein. So very important. And welcome, Daryl. Thanks for being here today.
Always
Doing
a pleasure
such
to
a
spend
good
time with
job.
you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what we want to do is just to continue on that thread of the saliva testing is the most accurate. And the 5-element saliva test that I created, we have over 20,000 before and after results of people who are using NuFem or EndoPure homeopathic hormone rejuvenation. But really what you need to know is how to balance the hormones without using HRT. And there is an absolutely incorrect assumption that traditional medicine makes about your hormones, whether you're a man or a woman, but mostly when you're a woman, and that is when the incorrect assumption is that hormones depend on how healthy you are, not how old you are. So that is the major incorrect assumption. Basically, traditional medicine is just looking at your age, how old you are. And then when you hit 40 and you don't feel good, they write a prescription for hormones, which is toxic. So we definitely want to understand that this incorrect assumption can lead to serious health issues, because if your body is healthy, you take care of yourself, if you're eating correctly and doing the things we're going to discuss today, then you won't be as deficient in hormones. You won't have as many hormonal challenges. And so one of the myths about this is that when you reach a certain age, you start to have hormonal issues. And sometimes they put women on hormones when they're in their 30s because they have irregular cycles. Okay, irregular cycles And hot flashes can come from adrenal stress, from emotions, from toxicity from heavy metals, the mercury in your mouth. It can come from toxicity from radiation, holding a cell phone up to your head, which affects your neurotransmitters. It affects your brain. Okay, and at UCLA, I know people firsthand who have had tumors on the pons of their brain and their brain stem, and tumors that went away after the when UCLA had to do surgery and take the tumor out. They said they see people all the time with this, and it's caused from using the cell phone up to your head. And we also have seen the tumors, when they're very, very small, go away because of not using cell phones anymore and detoxifying the radiation that builds up. So we have to really, really understand that hormone imbalance doesn't really come from how old you are. It comes from how unhealthy you are. And that is just oftentimes a lack of awareness about what to eat, what to do, also about your dental situation and understanding how toxic heavy metals are, mercury is, and even in crowns in your mouth. Crowns are lined with nickel. Nickel is just as bad as mercury. So you want to have crowns that have no metal, that are made from a biocompatible substance, very importantly. And also root canals, not only are they bad in and of themselves, but to make matters worse, they have oftentimes metal posts, which can be made out of mercury, can be made out of stainless steel, which contains nickel, and also can be made out of gold. But that gold is an amalgam of different things. It's not just pure gold, because pure gold is too soft to use for that purpose. It's even too soft for jewelry, right? So gold is an amalgam of different types of metals that are thrown together, yet they call it a gold post or a gold filling. So we have to look at toxicity that in our life, in our body, that can actually make us feel older and increase our biological age. So when we have a lower biological age, we have more balanced hormones. When we have a lower biological age, we have healthier body, a healthier mind, healthier physicality. So one of the myths is that when you reach a certain age, your body cannot produce hormones anymore. This is nuts. This is not true. You produce hormones until the day you die. But as you get less healthy, as you become more toxic, the corrective amount of hormones that your body should be making is not happening the way it should be making and the way what it should be doing, so that the ratios between different hormones become imbalanced. Your body becomes imbalanced, and you become either high and elevated in certain hormones and deficient in others. So we have to look at this very carefully. I hope you listen to this little Facebook post later so that you can write some of this information down. You also will have this information in my book, which is called Revitalize Your Hormones, Dr. Dale's 7 Steps to a Healthier, Happier, and Sexier You. We want to make sure that your hormones stay in balance. And I'm going to discuss different ways for you to do that are so simple. So remember, I was just talking about your biological age. That is not about how old you are. That is about how healthy your organs are. Your liver is, your kidneys are, your adrenal glands are. So your biological age, when it's lower, it means that your body all of the glands and organs are healthier and less toxic. That means your body is actually younger, and you can be a great deal younger. I mean, you can be 20, your biological age can be 20 years younger than your actual age, okay? And that's what we're going for, and this is doable depending upon your program and what you eliminate from your body and what you eliminate from your diet and all the good things that you can do for yourself. So we want to know that your body can make its own hormones in the right amount for a long period of time. However, when we start hitting 45, 50, okay, and there's a buildup of toxins in the body and you don't do anything to detoxify them, you're going to have hormone imbalances. You're not going to feel right. You could start getting hot flashes. But as soon as you detoxify your body, all those things can go away. As soon as you use a product called BioAge Reverse that I make, your adrenal glands will start normalizing and be remembering what it's like to become healthy again. So you're re-educating them to become healthy again is what you're doing. But you're also detoxifying your body using the slow cleanse or the whole body deep cleanse. So we have to remember that to balance our hormones, we have to detoxify our entire body, including our blood, pulling the poisons out, including our colon, our liver, our kidneys. And don't forget our brain. We have to keep detoxifying our brain so that the brain will not store the heavy metals that we might eat in food. Sometimes you're eating lunch and you don't realize that, maybe you do realize the food isn't organic. So on your lettuce, in your carrots, in your potatoes, in your pizza, there's going to be pesticides. If those things not only circulate through your body and organs, it also can cross the blood-brain barrier and affect your neurology. So I have a formula called the hepatic glutathione pathway formula. I know it's a big word. I don't know why I do that, but I abbreviate it, HGP. So it's on the label HGP formula, and that is to fix the stress in the body, okay, and then also fix and help the methylation so that this pathway to the brain opens up and all the toxins come out. So that is like crucially important. You want to detoxify your body, detoxify your brain. Don't forget, in your brain, you have your pituitary gland, your hypothalamus gland, and they connect with the ovaries, with the adrenal glands. They connect and help produce hormones, right? So we have to keep everybody happy in your brain. All of the glands that communicate to one another and to the rest of your body. And we do that by making sure that your body and your brain is as toxic as free as possible. And this also means that if you have mercury fillings in your mouth or other toxins, mercury in your mouth, that crosses the blood-brain barrier. That goes into the brain. It also, they have proven without a shadow of a doubt that it is in the placenta. So when a child gives birth, the mercury and all those toxins are in the placenta and it travels to the baby. And also through breast milk, the baby will get mercury and nickel and all the other toxins. Okay, so we have to be aware that if we're planning on having a child or if we're breastfeeding now, you might want to look into the possibility of doing a cleanse that's safe and organic and non-toxic. So We really have to say a disclaimer. I'm not telling, pregnant women to do this. I'm not telling anybody to do this. I'm giving you educational information, and then you decide what's best for you. Okay, you decide with your doctor, you decide with yourself, however you want to decide. This is educational information that's accurate. So that's what we present here. It's your Health Freedom News. There's health freedom. That means you're allowed to heal yourself. No one's stopping you from healing yourself. Thank God, right? And we all have that freedom to think, to educate ourselves, and to make our life as healthy and as happy and as wonderful as possible. That's the goal, right? So that's why I'm here today, to help you add to that goal that you already have, to help you see how that's possible. What do you use to make that possible? You can have balanced hormones forever, but you need to do some things, because as you get older, your body produces hormones naturally, even for a very healthy woman, in different amounts as you get older and older. Okay. However, you can keep hormones naturally balanced until your 50s, easily 55, and maybe even 60. But you would have to eliminate and have a way of working with stress, because any stress that you have affects the adrenal glands, and that affects your hormone balance. So the key is to keep the adrenals happy. Keep your adrenal glands happy, stress-free. So you need tools in order to do that. And I suggest simple tools, going to my website, looking at the ATP Max, which is a trademarked peak ATP, and ATP balances your adrenal glands. Also, BioAge Reverse balances your adrenal glands. Also, the NeuroBalance Pro balances your adrenal glands. That's a spray which also balances neurotransmitters. It's homeopathic. And the other thing to look at is the Neuroemotional Remedies. Number 11 balances thyroid and adrenal, because your thyroid and adrenal work together. So the importance of all of this is that the adrenal glands work with the rest of your body, but they are directly connected to your thyroid gland. Your thyroid gland produces thyroid hormones, okay, which balance your weight, balance the temperature, maintain balance of temperature in your body, maintain balance of weight with your by balancing your metabolism, very much responsible for that, and also involved with calcium. So we have to look at the adrenal glands as a main force to be reckoned with. If you have strong adrenal glands, you're going to have balanced hormones for a long time. Now, as you get into your 40s or 50s, or let's say the first time you notice, maybe you see in a saliva test, that your progesterone is low, don't go out to the store and buy the stuff they have, because it's compounded, or maybe it's a natural wild jam, or natural black cohosh, or all of these natural creams that are made from herbs that are, in the health food stores. And here's why you don't want to use it. If you use it once, and then you use it twice, and then you use it every day, it builds up in your body, and it creates a toxicity, and it throws other hormones out of balance. You don't want to use anything that can add to the toxicity of your body and create, let's say you're using wild jam cream and you're working on progesterone. okay, and you're using it for a while, and maybe you're feeling better and you just keep on using it. I have seen in 20,000 before and after saliva tests the results. You can see them too by going to my website and clicking on resources and looking at the articles. You will see actual before and after saliva tests of women who have done that, and we have thousands of them. And instead of their making their progesterone normal, like 100, 120, the progesterone's now 6,650 or 25,000. So it's really blown out things to, and then what happens when your progesterone is that high, it throws the estrogens off and the estrogens become non-existent. But you don't know that if you just go to the store and you start using this stuff, right? Don't use it because it has the ability to hurt you. And it will build up in your body and hurt you and throw your hormones out of balance. Well, what do? Okay, what you want to do, the only thing that can self-regulate in your body and stop working when it reaches the normal that you're looking for is homeopathic hormone rejuvenation, which I created. On the website, you're looking for EndoPure. There's EndoPure Pro for progesterone for women, EndoPure Estro for estrogens for women, and estrogen, all the three different kinds of estrogens. And then EndoPure Testos for women, for all the testosterone that's for women. Okay, now I don't care if an infant drank the whole bottle. Okay, and they did that every day. They may have a little, get a little bit giddy from the tiny bit of alcohol that's in there to hold the frequency, but it'll never hurt them. It can't make your hormones too high or too low. It can only bring them into balance. But I didn't forget about men, don't you worry. We have EndoPure Testos for men, and that is the formula to balance male testosterone and help the prostate find support and balance as well. They're all homeopathic. They're all FDA registered. They all have an NDNC code on them, which proves that they are FDA registered. And there is absolutely never the possibility of a side effect or it hurting you in any way. There is only the possibility of them bringing the hormones to a normal place, okay? And the beauty of it is you take it for a short period of time, balances the hormones, then you don't need it anymore. So it's a couple months, maybe 3 months, and then you stop it and you see how you feel. And then you just go by, oh my God, I'm feeling better. And then when you're feeling really good and it's continuous, you do it for about 3 months, and then you can stop it. And isn't that what you really want? I mean, I know what you want. What you want is not to be addicted to something for the rest of your life. What you want is for something to work, feel better so you know it works, and then not need it because it fixed the problem. Isn't that what you want? Now, in order to get that completely, you need to be aware of the heavy metals in your mouth because they affect the adrenal health. They travel to the brain and affect the blood-brain barrier, cross the blood-brain barrier, and affect your neurology and your pituitary and your hypothalamus, which talk to your adrenal glands. So you want to detoxify. That's how you stay that way. That means finding a biological dentist, getting biocompatible fillings in your mouth instead of the toxic ones, and getting all crowns to be made of biocompatible substance with no metal lining underneath, which is all nickel. So dentistry has been the reason unconscious, and I hate to be negative, but looking at the facts and seeing what people go through in their life and how they become ill. And then we find out, okay, they had their fillings out and all of a sudden they're better. You know, we need to take a look at these things very seriously and follow through. And this is Natural Health Radio, and I'm Dr. Teresa Dale, and I'm your Health Freedom News. So you want to tune in here every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. Just, you never know what I'm going to say, and sometimes I don't know until, like 5 minutes before. Sometimes I just wing it because it's what's coming up from my soul at the moment that I really want to communicate to you, with you. I wish I could communicate with you. But what we need to do is to stay focused on balancing hormones. Now, I have a few things for that. I would do the slow cleanse and the EndoPure. And if you don't know, if you haven't done a saliva test and you don't know exactly what you need, I have a female hormone rejuvenation kit that has everything you need, including instructions. And then I have a male hormone rejuvenation kit that has everything that a man needs to balance hormones, including in instructions. Now, a lot of people wonder, well, how long is this going to take to work, and is it weak or is it strong? It is strong, but not strong enough in a negative way. It is strong enough to balance things and for you to feel a difference, oftentimes the same day you use it, and sometimes within minutes of your using it. Okay, that's the kit and that's the EndoPure. Definitely in a day you feel a difference. But some people feel a difference within minutes. Honestly, when I do trade shows and I have samples out and a woman comes by and says, I'm going through menopause, I'm hot flashing every few minutes, and can I put Nufem on me? I say, sure. I don't even know their name. They put it on. I see them 2 hours later, 3 hours later. They come by and they go, that stuff works. I haven't had it hot flash since I used it. How do I get it? So we have to understand that homeopathy is quick. If you want to fix the problem permanently, you still have to do the cleanse and you have to do other work so that it stays fixed, so that you don't need to keep using something for your hormones, so that we just heal everything. And like I was saying, the key is stress. The key is learning to deal with stress. There's many ways to do that. To deal with stress, you want to use the neuroemotional remedies, you want to use the BioAge Reverse, okay, and you want to use the ATP Max. So I have 13 homeopathic remedies based on the 5-element acupuncture system, and that is great, but you need to know which one of those 13 remedies you need, or 2 of them, or 3 of them, or what you need. So you go to the Wellness Center website, wellnesscenter.net. You go at the top where it says free self-tests, and then you open that, you scroll down, and you click on the neuroemotional remedy test, the neuroemotional test. It's a self-test. You do the test. It helps you to see which emotions are not working right, and or which emotions you have that you want to get rid of, and then you just get the remedies that are related to the emotions that you feel are really out of balance. So let's say in your life, one of the things on this test is like how much of the time do you feel irritated? Okay, well, if the answer to that is 100% of the time, we're going to put you on the neuroemotional remedy number 1, because neuroemotional remedy number 1 is for irritation, and it's also for a bladder remedy. So if you are irritated all the time and you know that you have bladder incontinence, that's the reason why. Get the neuroemotional remedy number 1. And so for every one of the 13 remedies, you've got a question that you're guided through this form, so you can fill this form out and then submit it and get the answer of what to take. Okay? So how about that? So like there's one for confusion and paranoia. Okay, well, who wants confusion and paranoia, right? But it's interesting that when you have a lot of confusion, paranoia, and anxiety, then this will be affecting greatly your thyroid and your adrenal function. So you want to work on the thyroid and adrenal, but you also want to work on that confusion and paranoia. And what will do all of those things is the neuroemotional remedy number 11. If you just go to my website, you'll be able to see that, get a description of the product, but do that little self-test. That'll be fun, because some people, when what percentage of the time do you feel anxiety, they could say, 50% of the time, or 80% of the time, or 100% of the time, whatever they say. It'll also kind of clue you in to the fact that you got a lot of emotions that are running at the same time in exacerbated amounts. Okay? So we want to definitely check your emotions, because that affects the way your body functions. That affects your hormones. That affects your glands. It affects your liver. Anger is related to your liver. So what percentage of the time do you have anger? There's frustration and rage. Okay? So a lot of people are just frustrated a lot. That's liver related. So if you just went to do to do a blood test, and your doctor told you your liver enzymes were out of balance and you're feeling frustrated a lot, try doing a detox for your liver, no matter what he says the label is on that. Do a detox for your liver, your whole body. It's a whole body deep cleanse. It'll clean the liver out. And that includes the homeopathic neuroemotional remedy for the liver and the gallbladder. Gallbladder is resentment. I mean, who doesn't have some resentment in their life of something, right? Even the fact that now you've got to get healthy because you listen to this show, you could be resenting that for a short period of time, you see. So there's lots of ways to feel. There's lots of things that can cause you to have resentment and all of these different emotions. So we want to definitely take care of our emotions, because this has to do with our overall vitality and health. And focus, really focus. Now, when I'm doing this with you, I'm going to give you an example. I'm 100% focused on you, what I'm doing, and what I'm feeling, okay, that is coming through to you. And hopefully there's going to be something here that really helps you, because that's my intent and focus. Sometimes when you're doing things, you're not focused 100% on it. Maybe you're having a conversation with someone, and you're not 100% focused on it. While the person's talking, you're thinking about other things, okay? And you might want to take a look at that. You might want to take a look at when you're communicating with someone, when you're doing a certain job that you have to get done and you want to get done. Are you able to really focus? And focusing has to do with your mind. And if you're not able to keep focus, then your brain could be toxic in heavy metals or pesticides or glyphosates or one of these things. So you might want to think about detoxifying the brain as well with the HGP formula. That will open up and fix the methylation, which is caused from stress and affects your heart and your brain, and it can close that pathway to your brain. You want to keep that pathway open so the toxins can come out. Very important. right? So we have to understand that there is a way for you to get where you want to get. And, a lot of healthy people that I know are online that are healthy and want to be even healthier. Because once you've reached a certain state of your health, you're wondering, what's next? What can I do next? Because you're feeling happier, you're feeling healthier. There is a place to get where there's no negatives that you're thinking ever, where you're wake up in the morning and you're happy to be alive, and that's what you're grateful for when you wake up. There is a place to get where you get up and you have energy and you feel good and you feel you have vitality, you feel peace, and where you're happy to start your day. So if you don't have that right now, consider doing a detox. It's a foundational thing that all of my patients and clients and friends and everybody I know, they want to do a detox. They want to help their body to become better. And that is what can be achieved. We just need to take a step. We can talk about it from now till forever, and I'm happy to do that, but that's not going to fix it. You actually need to, you got legs and you're going to take a step forward, and you can go on the internet and order the whole body deep cleanse or the slow cleanse. You can order it. You can order it right now. And that is what's going to make the difference. You're going to see a difference by actually doing something so that the change happens. We want the change. Don't you want change? I love change, and I love change because there's always an opportunity to learn. Now, positive change comes out of doing positive things for your physical and mental body, because then you're thinking clearer, and then you're going to make better change. Better things happen to make those changes. So a lot of people have an allergy to change. People have said to me, oh God, I have to change. Not that, I have to change. Yes, well, in order to have success, in order to have good things happening in life, there has to be something that you're doing different, and that is called a positive change, my friends. One of the simple things you could do is to remove all toxins from your life and from your supplement cabinet. So if you go into your medicine chest, and people have a natural medicine chest these days, and you find supplements from the health food store or from online that have magnesium stearate in it, throw it out because it affects your immune system in a negative way. It's been proven. The same with stearic acid, the same with all the toxins that are in supplements as flow agents. So on the fact box, there's a little fact box that's on the supplement, the side of the supplement label. Under other ingredients, if it has anything other than vegetable capsule and rice bran, if there's anything else, throw it out. You don't want caramelized coloring. You don't want magnesium stearate. You don't want stearic acid. You don't want all of the things that are in normally, supplements that you buy. If you throw those things out, you'll be doing a good thing for your life. Okay? Now, a lot of people say, oh, this supplement has magnesium stearate. There's no such thing as vegetable magnesium stearate. There's no such thing. All magnesium stearate is purchased from a chemical company. A chemical company makes chemicals. There is no such thing as vegetable magnesium stearate. It is marketing. Throw it out. So look at these things very carefully, and I would not take supplements that have animal products in them. Okay, I would not. I would get rid of those because within those are pesticides that's in the animal, could be so many different types of toxins and heavy metals. So, you would think that they would put that on the label, right? They would test those things. Well, if it's under 5 parts per million, if a product is made in California, and if it's under 5 parts per million, amounts of heavy metals or some kind of toxin, they don't need to put it on the label. It's a labeling law. So it has to be under 5 parts per million. I don't know about you, but if I had a child and if I was giving this to a loved one, and I include yourself in that because you are a loved one or should be to yourself, you wouldn't want toxins in your body, and you wouldn't want 5 parts or 4.999% of heavy metals that are in your supplements you wouldn't want to take those. So we need to make sure that we eliminate the things that can possibly have those in there, and that's animal products and other types of things that can be in there as well that are synthetic. So we need to try to have our supplements as natural as possible. All of my cleanses that they're all herbal. They're all organically harvested. They're all, if they're not certified organic, if an ingredient is not certified organic, which most of them are, it is wild harvested or organically harvested. Okay, so they were all in veggie caps. They are clean. They are so clean. A critically ill person can take them to get better with no negative side effects. We do it every day. Now, I can't tell you, there is a disclaimer. I didn't just tell you if you're critically ill to take these things. I'm just saying we know that we use it in outpatient clinics, and we know that it has only a positive effect on people. It depends how much you take, and that is something that you want to connect with your natural health provider about, or if you are not critically ill, then you just get it and take it according to the instructions. If you're critically ill, I would reduce the dosing to half, and I would contact your natural health provider as well. But I can tell you we use them every day with people who are critically ill to help. For example, we had this one patient from an outpatient clinic who they gave this patient a liver transplant, and the body was not accepting the liver. And they said, what have you got to make this work? And I said, you're going to do the slow cleanse. And they did it just as I have it in my instructions. And within 2 weeks, it took a week to 2 weeks, and the body started accepting the liver, and everything was balanced, and they went through a 30-day process with this cleanse. But within a week to 2 weeks, that happened, and we saved this person's life because of that cleanse. It works every day like that. We just need to take that step forward. Go and read about it. That's the first step. Read about it. See how it feels to you. If it feels like you can do this cleanse, which is just about taking pills and eating better for 30 days, then this is meant for you. So we want to know that there are a lot of toxins in supplements, and there's also a lot of toxins in foods. And the toxins in foods are your pesticides that are glyphosates, unless you eat, and even organic vegetables, okay? You can have an organic crop, and then a mile away could be a crop that's sprayed or is with GMOs, that they grow GMOs, their crops are GMOs. Well, there's such a thing called Mother Nature and wind that can blow the GMOs from one field to another field that happens to be organic. Think about it. So I have a remedy called Biotox Pest Detox. So it's to detoxify pesticides and glyphosates and Roundup and all of that. It's on my website. Just go and look up at Dr. Dale's wellnessstore.com, and you will see it there. Biotox Pest, P-E-S-T, detox. So we are getting down to the place where I wish I could take questions from you, but I'm going to try to get psychic and see if I can. Oh, yes. There's someone who wants to know if male testosterone is appropriate. And I would say no. I would say male testosterone gel will pass through to the woman in sperm. Let's say you ever want to have sex again. Knowing that whatever, if you want to have sex again, then that it's going to come through in your sperm, okay, to somebody else. And then your wife or your significant other is going to have high testosterone because of having sex with you, okay? That is for sure. We've seen it in doing a lot of saliva testing on women, and their husbands are using T-gel. Don't do it. Use the EndoPure Testos for men. It will raise the testosterone to a normal amount, and you will feel great. We can hardly keep that product in stock. It works so well. And we also see a difference in the saliva testing and all of these products and before and after. So you're pretty much good to go. We've got a few minutes left. I would love to hear, send me a Facebook. Let me know what you want to hear next week. I would love that. I would love to know what you want to hear next week. Be really careful about buying supplements in a health food store. And I want to say that I love health food stores. And I'm not saying anything negative about a health food store, but I'm saying that there are a lot of brands that have magnesium stearate and all this stuff in there. And you have to be very careful about what you buy. So I've invented 150 products that have nothing in there like that. They're all healthy. They all work. They've all been proven and tested. So I've done more testing than any pharmaceutical company or any vitamin company or any company on my supplements, just to make sure of what they do and that they are and that I am in 100% integrity with what I'm doing for you, and that there's a trust that is built in that. And that's what I have with my customers. So feel free to check it out, and let's see how I can help you. We've got a few minutes left. We want to talk about things that are happening not only in the world of supplements today, but also in what's happening legally. So check out a company online called toxicteeth.org. toxicteeth.org. My buddy Charlie Brown, that's his real name, he is putting in he goes to the UN. We try to get resolutions passed in different cities so that we don't allow mercury to be used on children. And we have all of these resolutions, and it's a nonprofit that works on your behalf to get mercury out of the dental offices so that that's not put into your mouth anymore. And oftentimes we go city by city to do this. And you want to check out what's really important, what's really being done today to offer you better health. And these are the things that are not on CNN, are not on Fox, but they are on the internet. And you will learn about these things from me. toxicteeth.org. And his name is Charlie Brown. Really, the real one and only Charlie Brown. Okay, so we want to thank you so much for being with us, and our show is coming to an end. And don't forget to go to wellnesscenter.net. Check out all of our articles. If you want to learn even more about the products, you can go to wellnesscenter.net and then click on products and go to product descriptions, and then you'll see little boxes and squares where you can learn more about the products. And actually then also you can go to drdaleswellnessstore.com. I want to thank you so much. We'll see you next week. Many blessings to you, and stay healthy. Bye for now.